What up? I'm back. Dude, I don't know why I like this so much. I don't know, man. I don't know where this one's going. I've already talked once today. It wasn't that long. I don't know, maybe 40 minutes or something. It's actually a little bit earlier tonight. We'll see what happened. I ended up working out just real quick at the gym. Just did some incline press and some just regular bench press with dumbbells, but whatever. 120 reps, so whatever. It kind of tore me up. I'm not gonna do any yoga or anything this week. I actually looked at my legs and my calves in the mirror, and I was like, you know what? I'm kind of happy with this. Let's see what happens in this growth, in this rest period. Because I don't ever really look too much in the mirror. I just don't really care. I feel good. And I'll look for a minute and then I'm good. It's so weird. Like, I lived my life this whole way, always. Since I was little, like, I take a picture in my head, I'm good. And I never even look at the picture again. It's kind of like these talks. I need to go back and listen to them. I tried to go back and listen to some of them, after the next day. The other day, I tried to fall asleep with just like a playlist going. And I just, like, went down to, like, my 10th talk or something and started rolling, At some point, I'm going to have to re-listen to them. I just, like, once something's done, it's done. It's been like that since I was little in my life. Like, I'd never had time to, like, I guess being in survival mode. Or just ultimately, like, so my survival mode was different, I think, than a lot of people. Because, everything just was. And when I look back at my life, it's like, it just was. It was a good or bad, it just was. And that's why I'm kind of grateful now that I come to this, where I'm at. And it makes my life easier. I mean, some of it's pretty shitty now when I try and bring it up or try and go back and face it. Or it's embarrassing to me, or even though there's no reason to be embarrassed. I need to look up the definition of embarrassment. And I did earlier, I just didn't read it. I need to figure out, like, what. Because I'm trying to think, like, what makes it embarrassing? Is it embarrassing because of what you think other people are going to say? Or is it embarrassing just because how I feel? Because I have this weird system of score or something like that. So I rate it on maybe I rate things on, like, toughness. And so, like, if I'm doing something childish, then I'm embarrassed, and if I do something tough, then I'm not embarrassed. I don't know. I'm just talking. But some stuff, I guess, like I said, I've lived my life a certain way, and it's not the norm by any means. And it actually could be a lot more normal now. And I'll get into that situation in the future. To be honest with you. Because it's a part of this world that's it's kind of messed up. And we gotta fix that problem. And that problem will actually, on a big scale, it's kind of difficult to fix, but on a smaller scale, it's not as bad. But whatever. I don't know where this is going. But yeah, so I went and worked out real quick. Like I said, I wasn't going to, but I had time. And I gotta get back and paint. I just haven't felt it right now. I'm trying to, I don't know. I know what's gonna happen is I'm gonna sit there and paint, and I'm gonna just run through everything. I'll run through like 10 canvases in like an hour, which is fine. I just haven't really been in the mood. Because it's a lot. It's a combination of everything, like, coming to the end, and it's so overwhelming, and it actually is really overwhelming. And every time I think I'm good, something comes up, and then I'm not good for a minute, and I gotta, like, battle and beat it, and it's weird, It's super weird, but everything's happening exactly the way it's supposed to be. It's pretty cool. Whatever. Like I walked into the gym and or the place that I go, yoga place, and what did the girl say? She said something and it sounded so weird and it stopped me right in my tracks. And I looked at her and I repeated exactly what she said. And she was still like, her brain was still gone. I don't know if I don't know. I do know I kind of intimidate people sometimes, but she's a cool girl, and she's always there. And I always call her the employee of the month, and told her tonight she's gonna be the employee of the year. She's always cleaning. She's always doing a good job, and she's always nice. But it was funny because she walked in and she shattered my brain with what she said, and then when I repeated it back to her, she got confused, and I was like, "That's what you just said." She's like, "I have no idea." It's been a long day. I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "You just shattered my brain." I was super confused. You got me. You got me good. But yeah, she's pretty cool. She's always in there working. But that place is cool, man. I love that place. Like, it's cool, man. I can walk in there and just work out, and everyone's nice. And I mean, they don't have the weights like the heavy weights, which is fine. Like I just do more reps, which is better for me and what I want to do. Like, I'm already strong enough. Like, strength to me, like, it makes zero sense. Like, what's the point? I mean, it's cool. I need to get bigger legs and stuff like that, but my upper body's already big, and I don't even really work out but like once every now and then, or once a week or something. It's really just body weight. Like, as long as I can move my body weight around, I'm good. And I'm like 188 with all my clothes on and shoes today, so I'm probably like 184. But my water intake's been less than this week, just because I haven't done yoga, so I haven't had to like really be super hard on my water intake. But maybe that's why I'm tired. I need to drink. But it was a good little workout. It was I was actually surprised I could do it. That many reps. It's 120 reps. So, because I'm trying to, like I said, I'm trying to change my body from being such fast twitching muscles into like more of like longer fibers, whatever it is, longer twitching muscles. But who knows? Whatever. It was cool. Today was cool. The weather's weird. I mean, one day it's 86 degrees, one day it's 60 something. Like, we always swing like that. Tomorrow I gotta go do some work. I'm just trying to justify like how I'm gonna do it. What I'm gonna carry after tomorrow. Like, what am I gonna get done? I gotta go shopping in the morning and buy a bunch of stuff. It's gonna take an hour and a half probably. It's just such a hassle right now with my life. Like, such a hassle. And it sucks because like I feel so lazy, bro. I feel so lazy, and this is really, I mean, I just feel so lazy. And it's embarrassing, and I don't know the answer. Because I keep looking at like, I'm looking at the time. I'm looking at the time in the day. Like, so I ate today, and I talked to a dude, and he was like, yeah, I asked him if he had a good weekend, and like his weekend's like Monday and Tuesday, right? And he's like, yeah, but it was just so short. I'm like, yeah, dude. I was like, everyone is just working for the weekend. But then when the weekend comes, like, you have to do all this stuff on those days, and you don't really even get a weekend, you know, because then you got to prepare for your following week. I'm just like, man, there's something wrong with this. It just doesn't seem right. It just doesn't make sense. The exchange rates just don't make sense. Like, it makes zero sense. Like, I'm trying to think, like, how you delegate time. And how you delegate time, like, the right way. Where, like, say, like, how do you delegate time, like, with your kids? Like it just makes zero sense. Like, you're shipping them off somewhere else, and you're giving up your time with your kids, and you're letting someone else raise your kids. To me, that seems stupid. Number one, because I don't have all the answers. And I have more answers than the average person just because I've given myself time. So why the hell would I give my kids away and to some random people that don't even, like, whoever writes these books, these rule books and these law books and the school books, like, makes zero sense to me. Like, why are you? Who deemed you to brainwash my kids, to teach my kids? That makes zero sense to me. Why is this information what's being taught? Like, these kids, when I didn't know how to use any of this stuff, man. Like, I don't know, like, you don't know how to delegate time. You don't know how to do finances if no one ever taught you. Like, you don't know how to save. You don't know how to prepare for the future. You don't know any of this stuff. Like, when you come out of school. Like, unless you went to, like, a private school that cost, $30 grand a year. Like, 15 grand a year. Like, something crazy. And then, like, and that's what's so sad is, like, over the last couple months, I've been talking to either parents or kids. I talked to this one girl, I may have talked about it, I probably talked about it before, and she went to, like, one of those magnet schools, like, and she just said, dude, we're just all stressed out, like, so much, like, and everyone's just competing to be number one, and, it's just, like, we're not kids anymore, like, we're just so busy, and it sucks. I'm like, yeah, and she was just telling me her story, and I'm like, that's broken. For what? And then you wonder why these young adults are struggling and have anxiety and depression, and it makes zero sense. They're kids. They should be playing. They shouldn't have to worry about nothing. They should have enough food in the refrigerator that they can eat and not worry about it. I'm not saying, be gluttons and, like, be super overweight and only play video games. I'm just saying, like, they shouldn't have to worry for nothing, and we should be able to protect them and teach them, about their creative side and what they can create, and to teach them how to love and to share and to have compassion for other people. Like, not me, take. Like, I have to be number one. I'm the best. Like, yeah, you could be the best, but, I mean, I used to tell my little brother, I was like, no matter what, no matter where you go, your ass get knocked out at any point in time. Like, there's always going to be someone better than you. Always. There's always going to be someone tougher than you. Always. No matter how tough you think you are, like, boom, you're gone. You're out. You're on the ground. Wake up. See you in Tweeties. Like, it's that simple. Like, it doesn't, but there's no point in fighting or anything like that. There really isn't, but it was just an analogy. Because I tried to raise him tough. Because I knew he had to be tough. I had to be tough. I thought that's what I was pushed towards, even though I was wrong. I didn't know how to use emotions. I didn't know having emotions was tough. And being capable of having emotional IQ, like, I didn't know that was a thing. I was just pissed off. And trying to protect myself from emotions and from people, like, my whole life. That's all I did was protect myself. And that's where these narcissistic abilities come from, is from protection. And that's all a narcissist is doing, is he's just protecting himself and his interests. Like, you know, and it's so crazy because it's like, honestly, when the more I dive into it, it's like everyone is a narcissist or an empath. Like, they have both qualities, inside them. It's just, what do they choose? It's like, what do you choose? And I watched something, and a girl referenced like the dark side, like Star Wars. And that's what it is. You're capable of either being light or dark. I've been both. I've been on the dark side, and then you can be as strong as you want on the dark side. And then you can go to the light side, and then you can be as strong as you want on the light side. But ultimately, knowing both means you can be stronger in either one than the majority of people. Because you understand both sides. You've lived both sides. And that's a lot of all of this. The whole journey, the way the human makeup is, we're supposed to have feminine and masculine traits. You start looking at your single mothers, they have to neglect nurture nature, and they have to go to action-oriented stuff, which is male. Because they have to provide, so they have to step into that male role, that masculine role, to provide. Dude, and it's hard to come out of that. And then what that does is it causes you females to try and be alpha, and then so their mates, even though they want mates to dominate them, they tend to choose mates that don't. And that just depends on their nature. Like, if they're narcissists, then they tend to prey on weaker individuals, and if even though they want one stronger. And if they're more empathetic type, then they have, they want a male to step in. And that's kind of where I'm learning. Like, I'm trying to learn. Like, that's what the issue is. Like, I spent my whole life I'm kind of tainted. I'm super tainted because me growing up in that single parent home, like, I wanted a male figure to come in and like, that was a fantasy I had. It was like, I want a male figure to come in and help. And so now it's like, for me, I don't know am I just supposed to take control? Which is fine. I don't think that's the right answer. I think we're supposed to be partners. Like, and I'm cool. Like, I don't care. Like, whatever. If you want to take the lead, do it. I mean, I think it's stupid sometimes, and if I think it's so dumb, whatever. But you can do it. I don't care. I don't know. I got to figure that out, because I just don't want to overstep my boundaries with people. Because it's not even mine. Like, who cares? I don't have any dog in this fight, like, with people. And that's the thing. Like, if I end up whatever, it's a weird world that we live in. But that's what I see, is like, there's so many single moms out there that all have to step into these masculine traits, but then the money system makes them only have enough time to do one thing, one trait. They can't be nature and nurture that much, because they're stuck in the do, in the action-oriented state. And then when they're at home, like, they can't shift back into the nurture nature as well, because they're still stressed with they still have to do just to go pay the bills on their own and stuff like that, and figure it all out. It makes very strong women. I'll give you that. Like, my mom was super strong, but and then I'm seeing all these women out here, and they're all super strong, and they can do it on their own, where a man can do it on their own too. Like, it just doesn't happen as often. But it's weird. I'm trying to think, like, why? I don't know. I think women just had the opportunity more. Oh, actually, they're pretty strong, I guess. But I don't know. I don't get it. It's the lack of responsibility that men have, I think. It's like when you take away, this is what it is. So when you go through a divorce and the woman gets the kids, you know, the majority of the time or whatever, how it works out, it tends to be that way, right? It's a lack of responsibility that the man gets. Yet he still has to pay for time. He still has to pay, you know, for the kids that he don't even get. And he may not even want them. That's not the point. The point is the lack of real life responsibility. He just has to go pay, and then he builds resentment because he's like, I'm paying for these kids and I don't even get them, even if I don't want them. It doesn't matter any of that stuff, but but that's kind of, I think, how it is. You know, like if a male had the kids, then he would have to do what it took to survive. And we've watched this numerous times with like single parent dads or something like that. They have the kids and the shoes on the other foot. They always step up, and then everyone wants to praise them because they're doing such a good job, but then they don't want to praise the single mothers because you know, the dads are the minority when they do that. Where the single mothers, there's just tons of them. But it should be like the women are doing it too, and they're doing it on a bigger scale. Like they've been doing it since the beginning of time. It's just men tend not to get the kids, you know. But yeah, I mean, I said my mom was tough, and I don't know how she did it. She was angry, I know that. Well, I could get that anger out of her. I try and get anger out of people all the time. I don't know why I like to do it. I just like it. Especially like I see people and they go through stuff and they're angry, and I'm like, just let it out. Like, I want to see this. Like, I try and push them to get it out. I don't know why I do it. I think it's because I harnessed it so long, so much anger, and I didn't let it out. I'm just glad it got out of me. I don't know how it got out. I didn't explode, which is freaking so lucky. I didn't explode. I don't know how I managed it. I really don't. And it's so weird because I don't. It's hard for me to even remember now, a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, like how I lived my life. Other than the fact that I know, like, every morning I was just pissed. Every morning I was just mad as hell. For no reason. It's funny, like, my buddy would, he would be like, you want to go fish in the morning? I was like, yeah, man, just wake me up. And he only did it 1 or 2 times because I would be so pissed off when he would wake me up in the morning. He's like, you told me to wake you up. I was like, yeah, I did, but you just gotta give me a second, bro. Like, wake me up like that. Dude, you already know I'm mad at the world, like, and then you wake me up and it's like, I don't know. I'm ready to fight. Everybody. It's me against the world. And it kind of feels like that now. It's me against the world. But not people. It's not me against people. It's me against, like, systems. The world's system. That is just disgusting to me. You know, it's all broken. And none of it's good. Like, it's all, like, slavery type stuff. Like, every time I look at it, it's like, it's all putting people in slavery and bondage. Like, all of it. Like, there's not one area that I can just think of that's just good. That has good outcomes. Or that's even prioritizes goodness. But every system. The churches. You know, the government. Any system really that involves money. I mean, police are pretty, the idea, I guess, is good. That's just the money. When you make it a business, it kind of, you know, it changes what they focus their time on. I guess firemen, like firefighters, like, they're just there to save lives and not let stuff burn. That's pretty good. EMS is pretty good. They're just literally there just to save people. So maybe not all systems are. But I mean, on the bigger scale, like, on the higher up, on the top of the pyramid, they're pretty rough. pretty rough, man. I just don't know how it works. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how you transition out of the style of life that we're in and then how to start something new. Because people just aren't capable of surviving on their own. Like, they're just not. They're really not. You know, and I probably at fault with this too. Like, I could go fish for food and whatever, but get a book real quick and read what I can eat, but I probably need to get one, just whatever. But I mean, I'll figure it out. It's not a big deal. I'll eat something. I'll eat some grass. I don't care. But yeah, people just aren't capable of like surviving. So I don't know how it's gonna work. I really don't. If it ever gets that bad, I don't know, man. I hope it doesn't. I really do. But I'm not in control. I'm in control of my world. That's it. And what I do, what I think, how I react. But who knows? Who knows? Tired of waiting. Patience, man. Patience is a virtue. I love watching little kids because I like watching their energy and not being able to control their energy, but they can. The issue is so when I grew up, like we would get we would be good. To say the least. I mean, not at first, but then we would get whatever, and then we would be, set her down, But we can control our energy, and even from a young age, you can. You just gotta have the right tool for each kid, I think. Each kid learns different. Each kid, is different, responds differently to different things. But if you're calm, you can get good results, and you can teach. Like, I don't know, I was hanging out with some friend of mine kids, and like they're going crazy. I was like, look, patience, and then you would just say it, and then they would kind of reset and control. It's like you just gotta chill for a second, like, please, thank you. And they would shift they would slow down completely and please or thank you. Like, it's just cool to see it. It's cool to see, like, because I look at this as a big scale. I look at this as adults. Like, well, we don't have self-control. And I when I eat and listen to music, like, by myself, because when I'm with other humans, like, my energy is weird. It's different. I guess I'm focusing on other things, too, so. But when it's just me eating and my music, like I said, I'm actually in control the whole time. But like I said, I lock up my left side of my body and it's still. But my right one I allow to flow. And the right side of my body I allow to flow, to dance, to move, to shake, to be hype, whatever, and I let that energy out. Like, man, really, it's weird. It's really like my right side is always moving, but my left is locked. And I don't know. I have a weird issue with my left hand. I don't necessarily like to touch anything dead with it, food or otherwise. I don't like to touch food with my left hand. Now, I have to, like, sometimes, or if someone's in my space, then I can touch with my left hand. But if it's just me, I cannot touch food with my left hand. I don't get it. I don't know why I've created my world this way. I don't get it. Because ultimately it doesn't matter. Because if someone's in my world or in my space, then it doesn't matter. But if there's no one at the table with me, I'm not talking or communicating with them, then I can't touch food with my left hand. It freaks me out. Like, I get like a child. I get frustrated. I don't know what it is, other than it's something that I programmed in myself. But I think it's how I control. It's definitely how I have more self-control in the rest of my life. It's because I knew that I needed to have control somewhere. And I've told people this. I needed to have control somewhere in my life because I know I'm a controlling person, and we're all controlling people because we want to control outcomes, and we want to protect ourselves, and the only way to protect yourself is control. And so ultimately, when I started this process, I was like, well, what can I control that doesn't affect anyone else, that doesn't harm anyone else? That's not manipulating anyone else. And I was like, well, I have to have food. I love food. Food, ultimately is for my vessel. And so I try to make my food time special. So I can get the most from it, most nutrients from it. My body is as happy as it possibly could be when I'm eating. And it's almost like a drug to me. It's like my escape time. Because everyone needs escapes, whether it's caffeine. Like, we don't technically, I guess, need it, but we do use it. We do need it because we're trying to escape from, like, all our crap and traumas and real life, the struggle. And so I was like, this is my time. Like, I can really control. And I like it, and I'm excited about it, and I get pumped when I know I'm fixing to go eat, and I get to look at the menu, and like, there's all these options. Like, what am I gonna eat today? Like, am I gonna, eat good today, or am I gonna eat bad today? Like, either way, it's not good or bad. It's just like, what do I want to justify in my head? And as long as I don't eat bad all the time, then that's fine. Like, within balance. So like today I got a burger and some fries, which I ultimately I don't like doing it. Makes me feel bad. Makes me feel like I'm being bad, like in a weird way. I sound like a child. But it doesn't matter because whatever. Some days you just need to be bad, I guess. And when it's not as healthy. But my body will process it all the same. Like, it'll be okay. I'll make it. And I think that's why I do what I do, is because I make my body understand that whatever I'm fixing to eat, like, it's for a reason. It's so I can survive. So it's gonna take all the nutrients that it possibly can get. Like, it's not gonna miss anything. Like, it's doing it for a reason. So I can live. So it's gonna act 100% accordingly. But I was like, dude, man. He's like, you're getting it again. I was like, yeah, I think I've had it 3 times. And it's a pretty good burger. Like, they have a burger every month, like a special one, and I'll whatever. But it was good. And my water, my orange juice, my favorite. I don't know, dude. I love that time. And I'm trying to just soak in this time for myself as long as possible, because I know it's gonna come to an end at some point, and I'll be ready for that transition at the time. And then I know what's super crazy is I know that, like, once I get a wife and kids, like, I won't be able to eat by myself, that many times again for the rest of my life, But I've already programmed myself, and so I know that, like, in the future, if something happens where I get to go eat by myself, like, it's gonna shift me right back into that special time that I created. And and maybe I'll just make sure and eat once a week by myself, just to keep that story going, that special time that I need for myself. And that's I think that's what's really important about like partnerships is not to be doing everything together, because that creates codependency. Like, but to be your separate individual, and then everything you guys do together is extra. Like have your own likes and dislikes, and have your own adventures, and have your own goals, and not be so codependent on each other, and have that time apart. Because always being together with somebody is not, it's not bad, but it's not good either. It's not, too much of something is, too much of anything is not good. Moderation is key. And then me as a human, I'm such a cycle dude, Such a big cycle guy. And cause I like the newness, I like to like mix things up, and it makes it fun, and makes it exciting, and then then you get through with the cycle, and then you can change something up and do something different. And I don't know, routines are cool, I guess. I just never been able to like just always do something, because I'm always doing something different. I don't know. And I've talked to people about it, like people that have cycles like me, and it's all from trauma, to be honest with you. It's all protecting yourself. Like, you don't want to get too comfortable with something because it's got to end at some point. And you hate that ending. You hate that abandonment. Like you hate, because it's going to end. Oh, you think that, so I guess you can reprogram yourself to, like, maybe this will never end. And I'm trying to do it with these talks, where, like, I'm going to be talking forever. Like, if this is the one consistent thing in my life, like, I think I missed the other night one. But I think I talked before, just real quick. And so no matter what, I just want to talk. I may not post them every time, but I at least have to talk. And that's what I said. And some days it's got to be different. Some days I got to do it early. Some days, I'll be up late doing it. I just got to get it done. Because ultimately it's for me. And it's for my time. It's for me just to give myself time that I never gave myself before. And dude, I love it. I love it so much. It's so cool. I don't know why I like it. I really don't. But I do like spending time with myself. And it's cool. It's super cool, man. And it makes everything else when I spend time with other people just extra. Like, and it's hard to explain it. It's just like, it's like, so I don't sweat anything. Like, because I'm grateful that I get to spend time with other people. Like, every aspect of it. Like, I love it. It's so perfect. And then I know whatever, I'm back by myself, but I'm having fun, I'm laughing, I'm giggling, I'm battling when I gotta battle, I'm crying when I gotta cry. I'm upset when I need to be upset, even though like it sucks. Like, it was cool. Like, I went to the restaurant and they were like, my buddy was like, man, are you better than you was the other day? I was like, yeah, man. And I was kind of down the day anyways. I was kind of a little weird in my head today about some stuff, and he just asked me, it's like, are you better from, the other day? I was like, yeah, because I was like, that had me effed up. And then it kind of brought me back into that emotion for a second that I had last week, and that just floored me. And but then, I was fine. I was like, you know what, I am fine, dude. I'm just glad I'm here. I'm glad I'm alive. I'm glad I'm okay. I'm just glad I'm okay. Like, at the end of the day, whatever, who cares, man? But I gotta get back to work tomorrow. It's so funny because I'll work here. I'll go do some stuff, and I just gotta go do a big job. I gotta get done. I'm so embarrassed. It's not even that bad. There's not much left, really. I just gotta go out and put a couple days in it. Put a couple days in it, and it'll all work out. Just get away from it. I gotta get away from it. Get it out of my head. Get it out of my world. Cause I got a big job coming up. 2 weeks, and it's right here by the house, so it'll be easy to get there and do time. So I'm not wasting 2.5, 3 hours like driving time just there and back or whatever. It won't be nothing. And I can work at nights there too, like, which is what I used to like to do. I used to like to stay up all night and just work, or work wee in the mornings, and you know, so whatever. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I don't know what's going. Yeah, I know what I need to do tomorrow, but we'll see what happens, man. A lot of this stuff is like, I can't. Like, my body just physically is like no, or something comes up, and I can't go. And that's what's killing me the most. It's like always something holding me back. I don't know. I may not even post this talk. Who knows? I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm sleepy. I'm yawning. But I gotta figure out how to like break down these talks into smaller increments and post them on other platforms. I think that's just gonna take time, and because they're so long, I'm gonna have to re-listen to them, and then I'm gonna have to crop them and figure out how to like. No, I'm gonna have to buy another hard drive or something. My PC, I already got like 3. I've already deleted like 90% of my video games, or all of my video games. I don't have any. I haven't played video games in a while, and a year really. I just don't care anything about them. They're just a waste of my time, because this is what I'm giving my time to. I to this, into working out. Like, so I shifted from doing video games to painting to this, to talking, to working out, focusing on me. I mean, video games are okay. Like, even the last time I played them, I could only play a couple games, and I'm just tired of it. And not even watching TV, not even watching movies, not even any of that stuff just doesn't like entice me anymore. Like, it's so weird, like how you. That's crazy. So I've talked about like how do you change what you like, and I thought possibly you couldn't do it, but during this process, there's so much stuff that I don't like anymore, and it's not that I don't like the things. Like I just deem them pointless, because they're not tied to my goals, and so now I just don't give them time. So that's kind of a way to change your likes. Obviously, is what you give your time to is what you like. And so if you like movies and you keep watching movies, then you're always gonna like movies. But if you started taking all that time and doing something else, I just thought of something hilarious in my brain. I can't even talk about it. But it's actually pretty funny, and I think it's a good idea, and I'm gonna do it. But it's hilarious. It's gonna be hilarious. Mostly, oh god, got me snorting over here. It's just funny to me because I just need it. I need it. I need to experience this. I need. I don't know if they're gonna. I don't know. I don't know, dude. I gotta see. I gotta at least ask. That's hilarious. But I need, dude. I'm so infatuated with this idea in my head right now. Dude, it makes me super happy. It could be an awkward conversation. But it's gonna be so funny. I think it's like if I had a Christmas gift, like a list, like this would be number one on my list. This would be the number one thing on my list that dude, that's fire. I just want to, I don't know if I'll get the full effect though. Maybe I can. I don't know. It's gonna be. I gotta ask. It'll be funny. It'll be hilarious. He'll walk out in the end. That's hilarious to me. And I'm just infatuated with it. Yeah, dude, that's cool. That's cool. So I've always been like, so what really infatuates me is like people and like what they nerd out in. And to watch people when they're doing stuff that they love, like, or they're studying, like I like to watch their demeanors. I like to watch like their eyes. I like to watch them thinking, creating. It's just super cool to me to see people in their elements, and so ultimately that's what I'm thinking in my head is I wanna partake in that, like, experience. It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be hilarious. I just got to, because now I'm just I have to know. Like, I won't be happy until I know. I'm excited about it. It's funny. Just because there's so much stuff in this world that I want to experience. Like, even if it's just for a brief second. Like, yeah, like I have to. So I know I can check it off my list of information that I need. And it will be up in that think tank. And I'll use it whenever I need to use it. Like, that's pretty cool to me. But people are fire, man. And life is cool, and I don't know. We just gotta learn how to. This money system is what's ultimately every day, man. People have. I don't get it. I don't know if it's right. I don't know if my thinking is right. Maybe my thinking is completely wrong. But the working for the weekend thing, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, why can't we? Like, why we're losing so much time with our families, and we're not really even able to enjoy it. And it's almost like, a lot for me growing up, like, I didn't want to upset my mom, like, when I did have time with her, or if I needed stuff, like, I hated asking for help or stuff like that because my mom didn't have a lot of time. So, like, even if I needed help, and this is probably why I don't like to ask for help, because then I think I'm the problem. And so growing up, like, my mom didn't have time, so I would not ask for help because I knew she didn't have a lot of time. And so then when she did have free time, like, I didn't want to eat up her time. Like, she didn't deserve, in my head, I didn't think, like, I just have to figure it out myself because she needs her own, like, she can't do everything for me. No one can do anything for me, like, like, I just have to figure it out myself. Like, I don't want to take her time. It's not fair. But it sucks because it's just the way the system. She had to just work all the time just to pay the bills and make sure we had a roof over our head. And I really don't know the struggle she had because I was a kid. She just made it work. She's tough. But now I know like that's some of where I don't like to ask for help, because when you ask for help, I always think that I'm the problem and that I'm causing problems for other people. And I don't want to cause any problem for anyone, and even though I know I'm not the problem. And that's just something I gotta break. I don't know how to break it. Because some of these mindsets that I have, like I don't know how to stop them. I just don't know how to stop them. I'll have to think about that, and hopefully me listening to this will tell me. Like how do I? Now I'm just like the mindset of I'm the problem, or well, and that's holding me back too, is because I don't want to be the problem for other people. So like I don't take charge in some stuff when I should. I don't go for things when I should because I don't want to infringe on somebody's free will. I don't want to be the problem. I don't want to cause any problems. When I just need to do it, whatever, who cares? Like, I'm not the problem. I probably should just start saying that. I'm not the problem. I probably should get that tattooed on me. Just because I know me, and I just need to make it real, and I'm not the problem. I'm never the problem. If I hold my end up, and I have good intent, and I love with my heart, and do things based on love, love others the way you want to be loved, treat others the way you want to be treated, then I'm never the problem. So I'm gonna have to start saying that every day. And I need to get that tattooed on me, I guess. I am not the problem. I am not the problem. I'm gonna say it until it's true. I am not the problem. Fake it till you make it. I'm not the problem. I am the solution. That's the tattoo, bro. I need to get that. On one side of me it says I am not the problem. On the other side it says I am the solution. That's it, bro. I am not the problem. I am the solution. To what? I have no idea. To everything, to nothing. I don't know, bro. I don't know. But I am not the problem. I am the solution. I'll probably have to learn how to spell that stuff. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I can spell that. I just couldn't spell embarrassment, which is embarrassing. But now I can spell it. I just couldn't slow down my brain long enough to do it. That is weird. Maybe I am dyslexic or whatever it is, but I don't think so. But I do have a learning disability when it comes to the English language, definitely. I don't know what it is. I really have no clue. Because I can sit there and read a book, especially out loud by myself. But then like I said, if I'm reading out loud with people, I've gotten better over time. But I mean, used to, it was bad, man. I would lose my place, lose focus. And I guess it's because you're just trying to not embarrass yourself and you're worried about what other people are thinking about you, and which ultimately is what it is. And it rolls you all the way back in time when you're in school and you have to stand up and read, and you're trying not to stumble or stutter or make sure you can read the word and sound it out right. So you just have this weird cloud of judgment that you put yourself in when ultimately no one else wants to read. That's what's so funny is in school, no one wants. There's the one kid who's reading at a college level, whatever, but they think they're so cool because they can read well, and I'm that's fine. He got lucky, but not really. But Your parents had time to read with you, I guess. That's cool, man. You should be proud of that. You should want to read out loud. You should be proud of that. But yeah, just thinking about it, like, man, like 99% of the kids in school didn't want to stand up and read. It's embarrassing. Even if you're the best reader, like, no one wanted to do that. I said no one cares. They just don't want to do it themselves. And then if someone does get up and read and it sounds funny, they laugh at you. It's just because they're glad that they didn't have to get up, because they would have sounded the same. And then everyone would have been laughing at them. It's funny, man. It is funny how we do get embarrassed as humans. Like, the concept is hilarious to me. When you really think of, like, you live a life, like, trying to impress other people and trying not to be embarrassed, trying not to trip over things. Like I said, I still remember in Food Lion, like, these older women came in and they were just playing me so hard, man. And you guys could just be like, no, this kid's playing my... No. Like, they would physically doing things to each other in front of me, just playing with me. And I still remember, like, I turned my head around and was walking backwards and just tripped over this table and just slammed it on the ground. I was so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. Oh God. I was like, goodness gracious, girls, you guys are breaking me. I'm 16 years old. You guys are just being mean as hell to me. But it's funny, man. It's funny when you look back at it. But that's why it's like, why do we get embarrassed? Like, who cares? No one cares. Like, you act a fool. Like, no one cares, really. Like, they forget about you in 2 minutes. In the moment, yeah. But then they go back into their own world. And they whip into their own world. And they don't even care about you. Because they're worried about what other people are thinking about them. That's why it doesn't matter. And I'm trying to get better at, like, just doing literally whatever I want to do and not caring. Singing as loud as I want, even though I may not be able to sing well. Like, it's whatever I feel. You know, and it's weird because it's like, when I'm listening to my music, I'm comfortable. When I listen to, like, me and this person were hanging out, like, and she was playing all this music, and, like, dude, it was like my childhood music, like, literally. Like, all these songs were like songs that I remember just on repeat, just singing to the top of my lungs over and over and over again. And it just brought, like, back old memories of me, just like with the CD player, or even like I used to have MP3 players all the time, and I still have, like, all those songs saved on my computer, and but I don't listen to them anymore because, like, I'm in a new cycle, and so I'm listening to all this new music that I have, and because the old music is for old times, and this new music is new Cody, and you know, and like I said, there's only really one song. Like, some country music I'll listen to always, but like I said, that the Strobe song is the only song that I really can well, I don't know, there's other songs, but that's the only song that I will, like, always be. It will always be my song. Because it's just a life song. It's like, it just goes through a journey. And it adapts to any journey, like, literally. There's no words, it's just music, and it's just always the same journey. But music is so fire, like, yeah. And I love it. Music is my oldest friend. Oldest companion. It's always been there when I needed it, and it's never judged me. It's never looked down on me. It's never wished ill will on me. It's never made me feel less than. And it was always enough. It always made me feel enough, and it made me go into whatever, my own world, and just, I could just picture me like in a bubble, and just like the music just bouncing around the bubble, always engulfing me and loving me no matter what. Like, and that's love. That's what this world is. It's love. Everything is love, man. And vibration is everything. That's why music is so fire. It's love. And like, even like that hood rat stuff or whatever, like, ultimately it's still coming out of somebody's creative mind, like the body, like the life, the experiences, like it's all that stuff. It's real, I guess. I mean, it's real for somebody. That's what's cool. Is like, you know, I talked to a movie director, and he was like, you know, we don't even, most directors that I talk to, they don't even watch their movies once they're done. Like, they may watch them once, but then, like, once the art is done, the art is done. Like, they give it away freely to the rest of the world. And they can do what they want with it. They can make clubs out of it. They can, you know, worship those movies or whatever, the songs, or build lives around it and make groups and all this stuff. Like, it's fire. I mean, I wouldn't, you know, worship it or anything like that, but we do. Like, we worship a lot of stuff that we don't know that we're doing, and it's just what you're giving your time to. You're ultimately making your idol, in a sense. Like, if you have to do that thing and you can't step away from it, then it's your idol. Like, you know, like, if you can't spend time with yourself, then if you don't love yourself, like, then you're worshiping somebody else. You know, and that's a lot of it. Like, that's you're number one. China number one. You're number one, you know? And you have to be number one. You have to give yourself time. Because you are the creator of your world, man. And if you're not giving yourself time, then who are you giving it to? Who's really in control? And that's what my talk was last one. Like, take your control back. Or the one before that. Like, you're the creator of your world. You're creator of your chaos. You're the controller of your chaos. Like, be your best self, and everything else will fall into place. And you know, if you have kids and stuff, like, that's the point. It's like, that's why you have to be your best self, because like, I look back at my life and like, my dad was whatever, and I learned from him, and it made me not want to be what he was, even though I still did stuff that he did, like, because that's normal. You see that as normal, and then that's when I go hang out with people in the chaotic world. It's like, to me, I'm comfortable in those situations. Like, this is normal to me. And maybe a lot of it is like, I don't have to deal with it forever either. I know that when my time is done here, I get to go home. I get to be by myself in my own creation, in my own chaos that I can control. And so maybe that's why I can smile in like chaotic moments. But not really. It's because I'm smiling in my chaotic moments, other than when I get like tore up for a minute, or an hour or 2 hours, and I'm in my own head about stuff. Like, but then I pull myself out of it, and you know, I keep getting better and better and better about it. And a lot of it is just, it's not bad. It's just I face it now. When I get that crap, when that crap comes up, and I feel uneasy about it, or I need to figure out why I feel the way I do, like, then I face it and talk it out, and because it's the only way to overcome it. It's to understand it, you know. And then not knowing something, you know, causes fear. So like, I just try, like, if I don't know it, I need to know, so I can take control over it and not have fear. And then some stuff you just let go, like, and that's kind of what that's helped me more than anything, is understanding I cannot control you. I cannot control anybody and what they do, what they say. I just can't do it. It's pointless. And to dwell on that, is what gets you in trouble. That's what causes you to overthink everything. Trying to control everybody else. But who cares? Just do your part. Walk away when you gotta walk away. Just keep living, you know? Keep living. But we'll see what happens, man. I still get excited because every day is one step closer to whatever's coming. I'm one step closer to, kids and a wife. I'm one step closer to who knows what kind of experiences every single day. Who knows what experience I'm going to have tomorrow. That's fire to me. It's fire. Like, now the unknown to me is cool. Like, not knowing what's going to happen tomorrow. Now, when it comes to my feelings and emotions, I need to know because that involves me directly. And I can manage that. I need to manage that. Because if I don't manage it, then somebody else is going to manage it for me. Or that has control over me, and then that's stupid. So I got to deal with it and figure it out even though it sucks. But once I can talk it out, then it's gone. Like that's what's so cool. It's like once I speak it out in the world, make it real, figure out the solution, it's gone. At least for the time being. And if it comes up again in like a different form, different scenario, I kind of already know I'm halfway there, and then I can just figure it out the rest and overcome it. I mean, it's not that easy, but you get better at it. And that's what's crazy. Like the girl was like, well, you can call me and we can talk about it. See what I can do to help you. And I was like, look, thank you. I was like, but let me try. Let me try and just talk about it. Let me try and talk it out. And we'll go from there. Let me try and reshape it in my head, and we'll go from there. And there's some stuff that I want to talk about on here that I don't talk about. A lot of times it's just because it would be interactions between me and somebody else, a human, and or ideas or questions that I've asked them, and as much as I want to talk about it, I don't. Because I'm still trying to form my opinions and on stuff, and like I said, humans justify anything. So I can justify anything if I really want to. And everything I'm doing now, I'm justifying. Everything. I mean, it's like you justify everything. Justify eating a hamburger today. Did I have options to eat healthy? Yeah. Should I have? I don't know. Probably. But I justified I wanted to fat camp it. And so I did. But whatever. You can justify anything, bro. Literally. It is funny because like me and that is cool. That's the cool part. It's like listening to people, and especially if you've listened to some of my talks, like from the beginning, some of my beginning talks, like I literally say like, and this is what I'm a firm believer in this, like whatever decision you make, ultimately, is perfect. And it's based on all the information that you've had since you were born, like up until that time. And technically it's not good or bad, but the repercussions are real. The repercussions could be bad in somebody else's eyes, and the repercussions could be good in somebody else's eyes. Like, but the actions are real. Like, we're in a world that is based on experiences. Like, you have to have experiences to keep growing, to keep moving forward. You know, I'm not saying, like, go hurt people. I'm not saying that. Though that's ridiculous. Like, that makes zero sense. And like, if you want to do that stuff, something's wrong with you. But, you know, I don't know, man. There's nothing you can do about the past. Put it that way. That's my thinking. Ultimately, that's the concept. The concept is this: anything that's happened in the past, you can't change it. So you need to deem it perfect. The repercussions were real, and then from this day forward, when you understand that the past was perfect, you look back at the past and say, "Well, I don't never want to do that again because the repercussions were wrong, or it was a wrong. It was bad effects, or it just wasn't good. I mean, it was perfect in the moment because you did it. Nothing you can do about it. But now, if that situation comes up again, you can choose the right answer now. You know, with a set of morals where, you know, really the only morals you need is don't infringe on somebody's free will and love yourself like you love your others. Like, it's that simple. And that part takes to, you know, that pretty much covers all the commandments right there, to be honest with you. You know? Literally. And we kind of got to look at this like, I need to look at what being married really is. Not this government marriage, this where you gotta sign a paper, wait 90 days and all this crap. No, not that marriage. Not marriage by the stupid rules of the world. I'm trying to look at like what it means to be married. Or is that even a thing? You know, and these are just things that I've questioned in life, like, because it's like, who cares? Like, you go sleep with 100 people, like, it really doesn't technically matter. Because if they sleep with you, then, you know, it's mutual, right? Like, as long as you're not infringing in their free will and making them do that to you, like, or you're whatever, forcing it, like, then it's equal give and take. And so then a piece of paper means nothing. The piece of paper is it's dead. It's a dead contract. It's not even real, bro. And it technically doesn't exist. You know, ultimately, like a word of mouth contract is probably even stronger because it's once you say it out loud, like it's for eternal. That bond or whatever is forever. So anything technically you type can be destroyed, and anything that you write on a piece of paper can be destroyed, and that it could have may not never exist technically because it wasn't spoken out loud, which vibration lasts for eternity. So if me and someone made a bond together, like, or, you know, spoke, like, me and you will be together for this moment. I don't know how it works. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's just fine, like, me and you will be together for one night and it's okay and we're not married or nothing. Who cares? Or whatever. I don't know the rules of the world yet on that. Again, I need to figure it out. Just for the future, really. Because there needs to be a new set of rules in this world. The real rules, not man-made rules, but rules based on the world, based on what's supposed to be right and what's how we're supposed to live. So we kind of I gotta figure out like what the rules of the world are and what rules we're supposed to use when it comes to humans and human interaction with each other. Like, other than, like I said, the ones that I deem to make sense to me is just don't infringe on somebody's free will and love yourself like you love your others, and then you'll be good. And then understand that, like, we're not each other's property. Like, that's so stupid, man. Like, a woman and husband, they're not each other's property. Like, that makes zero sense to me. Like, each person is their own individual creation, their own individual world, their own individual, technically, little gods. They're choosing to create whatever every single day. They're choosing to create decisions, they're choosing to create paths, they're choosing to create life when that happens, they're choosing to create stories, whatever. Like, they're creating all day long. Like, I'm not yours and you're not mine. You're not choosing for me. You're not going into my head and choosing my path. You're not walking for me. So I'm not your property and you're not my property. Like, so that's kind of like where I'm like, what is the real answer to this stuff? Now, there's real repercussions of that. Like, if you run around and sleep with 100 different people, like, there's real disease in this world, and there's real chance of impregnating people, and there's real chance of this and that. Like, that, yeah, that's real. But as far as, like, being a partner, like, I'm not in control of her. She's not in control of me. If we agree upon certain things, then we agree upon certain things. But it's based on an agreement. It's not based on, now I'm head of the household. No, that's stupid. That hierarchies never work. I mean, I guess they never truly work. They're never 100%. They're never completely true or right. Just put it that way. But you should also, like, respect the other person and not want to hurt them and not whatever. Like, if that's what you agree upon, like, if you two agree upon, like, it's only going to be me and you, then that's what you need to stay with. If you agree that we can do things within reason, as long as we're safe about it, like, then we can do things within reason, as long as we're safe about it. Like, so that's kind of what I'm trying to figure out here, like, what my path is in the future and how it's going to work. Because, like, I'm not going to limit somebody else's life and experiences. Like, that makes zero sense to me. Who am I to come in here and say that you can and cannot do that? You can and cannot do this? Like, that makes zero sense to me. You know, but whatever, I'm a rebel, and ultimately, I truly don't like people telling me what to do. Like, it makes zero sense. Makes zero sense. Because if someone, when people tell you what to do, like, it takes away your free will. And then they put results on it. So, like, if you don't do this, then this won't happen. Or if you do this, then this will happen. So it's like, it's a false choice. You know, that makes zero sense to me. I don't know. It's kind of confusing to me. I just think communication's key, and then we can compromise. And, you know, if someone doesn't like it, then we don't make the agreement. And you know, whatever. Who cares? But I mean, I never want to hurt nobody though. Like that's ingrained in my body. Is not to hurt people, whether it's emotional or physical or any of that. It just makes I've been hurt so much that I don't want to hurt people. I don't. It makes zero sense to me. I'm sick of me being hurt, so I don't want to hurt anybody else. Like, that's not fair. But I don't know. I think I'm done. This one's an hour and 20 minutes, so. Let me get some sleep. but I do want to ask somebody something, so that's hilarious to me. I think it's funny. It's hilarious to me. I have to ask. I want to experience it. Like, I want to experience, like, just be in someone's presence when they're nerding out. Like, that sounds so cool to me. Like, let me just be a fly on the wall. And just let me listen. And watch. And just... I don't know if it will be authentic, though. I don't know. It'll be funny to me. It'll be funny. I used to yeah, man. I just like watching people do stuff. Like, that's what's so cool about Twitch and all that stuff. Like, people watching people play video games. The same. I like to watch other people play their games and stuff. Like, it's hilarious to me. To understand, like, why they do it, like, why they play the characters the way that they do. When there's so many other options and so many different ways to play every game. It's funny to me. And then I'll play the game and I'll play it so different than the other person. Like, but we'll see what happens. I don't know. I'm tired. I gotta go sleep. Peace. Love y'all.